Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Peace.
Lester White.
Lester White, man.
My name is Eric Picardo, one of the local artists from the Caribbean.
James Pelmore, James C. Pelmore.
C. Pelmore.
My name is Aki Bang.
Aki Bang.
A cool individual and absolutely a guy.
What's going on? Tell them who you are, man.
Vito. Hey, we doing it. We doing it. This is it, and we're doing it. My uncle, my mom, they were artists in their own right. My mom did fashion design sketches on the back of envelopes. And she was sending out bills, she had a little design sketch on the back. My uncle Jimmy did nudes of his numerous girlfriends in college, and I would see him on the wall in his bedroom in my grandmother's house. And I would see that same girl come over and visit, and I'd be like, put two and two together. It's a continuum of creativity. Multiple mediums. Life is the medium. Anything, give me something to create with and I'll create.
I'm a painter, photographer, graphic designer, and I do portrait drawings.
I do a lot of portrait artwork.
Okay.
I create a lot of fine art pieces, abstract, figurative drawings during my spare time.
I work in a lot of media. Probably, as far as pigment goes, mostly acrylics, mixed media, some photography. Currently, a lot of found object posing that way. Some digital stuff.
I'm an artist, videographer, producer, editor, and now photographer. I'm the rookie of the group. Hi, how you doing?
I've been working since I graduated, formally, 1994. But I've been working in art since I was little, of course. Besides art, visual artist, I'm a percussionist. So
Okay.
sometimes combining drum pieces with canvases.
Nice.
The type of multimedia
I
stuff.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that, man. Cool. So how old were you when you started drawing?
4.
4 years old?
4.
Really?
Little 4-year-old face. Mine is the gray, mine is the beard, same face. 4, doing art.
That's
Then at 8, I started doing nudie flicks for the other kids.
Uh-oh.
They'd be like, draw a titty. Can you draw a P word? I didn't know much about it, but I could pretend. Draw 2 people kissing. And I would do the best I could. The other kids get fascinated by the ability to depict semi-erotic childhood fantasies. That made me popular. Once you prove you can draw a naked body, you're on.
Hi, I'm Georgia Taylor. This is part of my event, so I'm showing with 6 other people. 5 or 6 other people.
Okay,
but
cool.
This is the first time I get to show with these artists, so I'm very excited. The event is called Conceptual Flux because concepts are always in transition. They're always changing. So our art, our creative process, it's always in a state of change, which means it's always in a state of flux. So conceptual flux.
There you go.
Very first time ever in life?
Ever in life. Do you remember?
I do remember. I was about 8 years old. I was in the 3rd grade, and I did a drawing of a lion's head. And I brought it home, and my family freaked out. They were like, "Oh, it's so good!" But you know how people do with kids. They were probably just,
Right.
blowing me up. And
Right.
that whatever that experience did, it started something. And it started something. I was like, "Wow, I can draw."
I'm originally from Saginaw. I've been in the Grand Rapids for 14 years. I started painting when I was 12. My interest started at 5. My older brother used to paint. I've had quite a few mentors since I've been here in Grand Rapids. George Baird being one, Carol Johnson. Seen a lot of works by Paul Collins, and I've just been motivated ever since.
My first piece, I can't remember what it was. One of the first pieces that I specifically remember is a 54 Ford.
I started off actually drawing Ninja Turtles back in the days.
I did a pencil drawing in one of my classes. The class went outside. I think I was in the 4th grade. The class went outside, and my teacher, or the principal, had a yellow 54 Ford, and I did the drawing of it. The teacher wound up showing the principal the drawing. So that was my 15 minutes of fame.
Everything art related I was in, you know, all through junior high, you know, high school, then eventually on to Kendall College of Art Design, and just continued on.
Cool. How you like the event so far?
The event is nice, you know. I think things like this where you get to show your work with other exceptional artists is such a unique and special thing. I just feel so cool about having my work next to, you know, Eric Ricardo and Mr. White. I mean, come on.
The event is beautiful. I'm with some great artists. Then I've been wanting to collaborate with for a while. Been noticing their works. Done a couple of art shows with Derek Hollowell. It's just amazing that I came up with this group of artists that I've been hearing about, seeing, and finally we get to do something together.
Right.
I'm really looking forward to next Friday when we have our roundtable discussion.
Okay.
So we can, you know, learn about each other's work and process.
Cool. Let's see some of your work real quick.
So these are my 3 pieces. The pieces on the wood panel.
What's the name of this one?
It's a series called Within the Cocoon. I wanted to illustrate my personal experience of kind of what's going on with me right now artistically. Because there's so much that happens behind the scenes with artists that nobody gets to see. Because I think that's some of the greatest moments in art, the moments that nobody sees. And that kind of, I named it Within the Cocoon because, you know, when the caterpillar is in that transformative stage into a butterfly, it's that time within the cocoon that is the most important, you know, and before it develops into a butterfly. So I really value the process more than the end result, really. So this is another one.
Okay, what process is she going through?
We don't know. So my style that I use is reminiscent of Art Nouveau.
What is that?
It's a movement back in the early 1900s. What was distinct about Art Nouveau was the continuous line. You couldn't really tell where the line began or where it ended, and it just had a real natural movement.
I've had tons of joy since then. I went to an art school called the Ruben Daniel Center for Arts and Science, and that's when I really started creating a portfolio. At that point, just kept creating, and when I became, well, after high school, I entered into Delta College University and started building up another portfolio.
Okay, cool, man.
It's actually done in acrylics, airbrushing acrylics is the medium used.
He really needs to see this like right now.
Wow. This is my piece, Abyss Abstract. Just kind of dealing with circular motions.
Okay.
I used a knife to give it a thicker texture. Just something different I got going on over the last year or so. I've been kind of getting into abstract. This is Abyss 2. This is my other abstract piece.
Is there some like subliminal codes within this picture right here?
No, it's just no, not really. This is my piece, titled King of Pop. It was done in all world. Actually created after Michael Jackson's death. Actually, I finally completed that painting last year, 2011.
Wow.
And it's right on time right now for his 25th anniversary of his dad.
That's one of my favorites right
This
here.
is a really good piece here. I get a lot of people talking about it because it's so controversial. Live life, love, and religion. And you can see in here it just talks about, you know, showing that money is like makes the world go round. You got the rosary is for religion and the rose for love. And this symbol here is just showing that life is a gamble. We all take risks to try to better ourselves.
Okay. So is that a part of the abstract over there as well?
Actually, it wasn't. This was created long before. This piece right here is about 4 or 5 years old right now.
Wow.
Where those pieces that I did with Abyss were actually created this year.
Okay.
I get a lot of people that compliment me on that piece.
Definitely,
That's why I
man.
decided to put it in the show.
Definitely, man. How many pieces you have?
I
sequence 1. And then ladies of the dam, sequence 2. I was going fishing by myself, just hanging out, and I was alone fishing. And it just happened so randomly, it seemed like 4 black sisters just fishing and everything like that. I was like, oh man, I gotta take a picture of this. So I asked them, I'm still looking for y'all, so if you do see me, I have a copy of this, give it for free, you know, because you're inspired and everybody loves these pieces. I think the sun is my muse these days, you know?
Yeah.
I've been working on it, man. Mr. James over here, he told me about getting the right rich color with the sunlight, you know what I'm saying, from sunset in the afternoon and sunrise. So, I'm learning.
I'm a visualist. I'm an observer too, not audible stuff. I listen to my environment, to my surroundings.
Grand Rapids City skyline. I don't know what this is called. I don't even know where this is at. I believe it's in Chinatown. And I guess you can call it off the Brooklyn Bridge.
So what inspires you to do photography? Why did you choose this medium?
Something different. I mean, I've been doing videography for like 8 years, and the thirds definitely caused me to look at things, you know, totally different. One day I was frustrated. That's usually my main motivation. I broke a mirror and stuff like that, and then end up creating a face. So I didn't know how to take this off my wall because I'm gonna have to pay for that later on. And that's when I truly finally snapped and said that I was an artist, you know? So I just started embracing that. What inspired me to do photography? I always love an image. I love beauty, I love color, I'm a Libra. I mean, can't help it, you know? That's my main goal. And my main goal for these pieces are to get it into someone's home. I want people to wake up and stuff and look at it and like, oh, they having problems and troubles in their life. I'm not gonna look at that picture and know that everything's gonna be alright. That's the main focus when it comes to taking pictures. What's gonna cause emotion, you know? And whatever that means, that's what I do. That's it. I'll see you in a minute.
I think my first awareness of art or doing art was I was about 6 or 7 years old. Here are 2 of the mixed medias that I've done recently. This here is that I explore. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I just jump in there and try to make something happen. But this is just something that came out of my imagination, no particular plan or anything. I'm a visualist. I'm an observer too, not audible stuff. I listen to my environment, to my surroundings, and I feel the wind, I feel the temperature, I feel the wind in here when people walk past.
Wow.
I feel that, and I take notice to it. But principally, I'm a visualist. I see stuff, and so there's stimulation. I'm constantly stimulated with ideas and stuff. They're constant. I can't keep up with the ideas.
Wow.
But it's based on my observation and how you put. Or you either verbalize what you see, or you use some kind of symbols or something to express what you see or what you feel.
Right.
And so that's how this came about. That's how that came about.
That's so cool, man. I swear.
Yeah, just wanting to paint, not knowing what to paint, so you just start slinging paint.
I gotta try it.
This is Secours Tower.
Secours Tower?
Yeah, that's the title of it. I was preparing for a show, and I needed some small pieces, and I worked hard.
It's a tower, so you're saying it's like a building, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm looking for, like I said, didn't have anything in mind, so there wasn't a title, so I had to come up with a title.
Right.
So that popped in my head.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Show me some of your art. What is this called?
Of course, and this one is Ephemeral Nature. It's one of the most recent artwork, and combining a lot of elements from the piece, using a folded object to create a piece of artwork.
That is so nice, man.
Thank you so much. This one is community building. This is the way that I name it, community builders. So the idea is basically the way that I see how we work in our society. It's a different people from different background working together to make this more better.
Wow.
So it's a kind of reflection what I think about our society right now.
The UAW would love that.
Thank you.
United Workers would love that.
Okay, perfect.
This is beautiful. That's my favorite right here, man. That's dope. How long did it take you to make this?
You know what? It depends the mood, depends how many stuff I got to do. I don't really believe in inspiration. I work because I got to work. Most of the time I'm working every day in art. Besides a lot of different stuff that I'm doing. So art been with me since I born. So I work in art every single day.
Wow.
The one way or not on another way.
How you like the event so far?
Really good. I think for us, since now the movement is going to start working, we're going to create a big movement out of artists of color. I think this is the right time actually to make it happen in Grand Rapids. So, and I have the privilege to be part of this movement.
We're like superheroes. You have to turn into an artist when you can be an artist, and the rest of the time you can something else. But I would just say let's just launch from here. You know, take this as a marker, and then let's mark on to the next marker. Vito, hey, we doing it. This is it, and we're doing it.
Conceptual flux. Concepts are always in transition. They're always changing. So our art, our creative process, it's always in a state of change, which means it's always in a state of flux. So conceptual flux.
Verbalize what you see, or you use some kind of symbols or something to express what you see or what you feel.
Right.